Greetings everyone, Ishanbad here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So, I'll tell you what, the last month I've been playing a lot of Doom. I've been playing a lot of the Doom ports. We're talking about like the Atari port, 3DO, the Super Nintendo, the 32X, which is a weird one, and I'm going to talk more about them at another time. I've also been playing the PlayStation one, and well, the reason why I've been doing this is retro achievements. My god, I've become obsessed with it. But there's one version that doesn't have retro achievements, and that's the Sega Saturn version. I'm like, that's really annoying because I've been using retro achievements to kind of just turn around and be like, yes, I've beaten this game. But I can't do that with the Sega Saturn one. So I thought, what's the next best thing? I could record myself playing it. Ooh, there's an idea. And actually, it's worth going and having a look at because it is different. I say different. It uses the same level set as the PlayStation version, but it would be interesting to compare this version to other versions of Doom. It's what I've been doing for the last while now, and I've played so much of this level set. Like the first 3 episodes, we're talking 3 episodes of Ultimate Doom. Sorry for the delay there. For the first 3 episodes of Ultimate Doom, all been taken from the Atari Jaguar version, and my god, I've done that version like 4 times back to back now, and I know those levels so well. I can't UV max them, but hey, that's beside the point. But anyway, let us jump in to some Doom on the Sega Saturn. Look at that Sega Saturn like boot up screen. That's pretty cool. Brought to us by GT Interactive, I think, isn't it? Which is interesting because GT Interactive are an interesting company. Some of the things that they worked on. But the other thing is, and Rage. Where have I had Rage before? Now it's really going to bother me after I'm going to have to look it up at something. There we go, GT Interactive. Yes, told you. And it was on the earlier splash screen. I did say their names. But what was really interesting, and I can't remember the PlayStation version, it's the same, but the music. This is the same bit of music that plays in Doom 64, which is actually quite an interesting thing to compare it to, because a lot of the sound effects that you'll hear in this game, they use in Doom 64. So we have Ultimate Doom, we have Doom 2, compiled into one package, which is really cool. You're talking about like 60 odd levels of demon slaying. It's pretty sweet. We will be playing this on... Oh, we can't even go up to Nightmare. Ultra Violence is as high as it goes. But we're going to start with Ultimate Doom. Theoretically, this shouldn't take me long to beat, he says, because I've done this so many times. But there are some really interesting things about particularly the PlayStation and Sega Saturn versions of this game. First of all, there's something about this atmosphere that's really foreboding. Like, we're not talking about our classic, at Hell's Gate music. This is interesting music. And there's going to be something. Oh, geez, the flashes on that pistol are quite intense, aren't they? And I'm being shot at from like the other. Actually, no, I'm not, because there's a zombie man behind me, if I remember correctly. There are a couple of like additional like enemies in really weird places, and we're going to get into some of those. Wrong button, because thank God I have dedicated strafing buttons. We're going to get into some of the interesting enemy placements, because yeah, they mix things up, particularly on Ultra Violence, which is like the only real way to play Doom, isn't it? Let's be brutally honest. Doors are really quiet. That's not good. Usually I like to be able to hear that doors are opening so I can know when there's like a secret opening somewhere. But if I go around this corner, we'll notice something very interesting. Well, I blew him away before he had a chance, but that was a commando, which, if you know anything about Doom 1, commandos weren't an enemy type in Doom 1, they're actually a Doom 2 enemy. So they've actually populated some of the levels with additional enemies from Doom 2. That's really... Oh. I'll tell you what though, oh my word, I am like... The fire rate in this game is interesting. But those projectiles are moving heckin' slow. Probably for the best. Because again, some of the other versions, it's the way that these other versions of Doom kind of behave, so bizarre. The 3DO version, I think, as well, is a little on the slow side. The 32X version is really slow. Like, I can quite easily No, I think the 3DO version, actually. The 3DO version, enemies are really quite passive. It's fascinating because it certainly makes using the Berserk pack really ridiculously effective. So this is the only level that I'm going to go out my way to UV max, which is getting all secrets, all kills, because there's another thing I need to sort of show. And I think this is fascinating. So if we just run over here, a secret's going to open up at the far end of this area. It's an elevator that we've got to sort of dash to. And the reason why... Oh, crud. Because up here, a secret that nobody really uses that often, because it's not really that good. But there's a pain elemental here. This is E1M1. And what on earth is a pain elemental doing in this stage? And it's a good thing that that they gave us that chain gun, because if you try and kill it with a shotgun, have fun with that. Pain elementals are quite possibly one of the most frustrating enemies from Doom 2. Along with Archviles, Revenants are a little bit of a pain. There's going to be a guy behind me. Oh, come on. Now, admittedly, I only remember this because I played the PlayStation version not too long ago. But going forward, we're not going to worry too much about clearing all the stages with all the kills, and we are just going to be playing through this and hopefully enjoying every moment of it. One of the other versions I also played was the Game Boy Advance version. That was fascinating. Hey, 109% kills, because the pain element will spawn lost souls, which aren't strictly part of the enemy count. So the game kind of freaks out a little bit. It's like, hang on a minute, you've killed more than what's actually registered on this map. That was a common thing that happened with particularly classic Doom 2. I think more recent ports and versions, they kind of the enemy count increments every time lost souls are spawned, so it's not as jarring. Oh, there's a zombie man behind me. This version definitely feels slower. I mean, compared to the PlayStation version, you kind of slide around. You're almost like you're constantly on ice. So this is actually kind of nice that this is just a little bit easier to maneuver. That being said, I would like it if it wasn't a D-pad that I was using, because unfortunately the Sega Saturn didn't have analog sticks. I think there might have been controllers that had sticks, but the base controller... Whoa, no. Yeah, chain gunners, you want to deal with them as quickly as possible. They can just like eat through your health. Particularly on they are like a firing squad of an enemy. They are not fun to deal with. But yeah, the other thing I noticed, and let me put on oh wow, look at how quickly I punch. Wow. Sweet Jesus. Because it was what I noticed when I was just testing this game. The pistol fires so quickly. It's like bang, 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 bang. It's like, whoa. So it does make me wonder what... This chain gun must be absolutely devastating, but it must eat through all your ammo so quickly. So let's give it a try, shall we? Oh yeah, I can feel that. I'm feeling it. Okay, so that's what Spectres look like in this. They're just pinkies with half their pixels missing. Useful to know, because Spectres can be really annoying. Again, we're not UV maxing. I'm not going through the entire like sub area of plant. It's just not worth doing for the chainsaw. And plus, it just takes forever. Now, I don't know how long all this is actually going to take me, because Doom 2 or Ultimate Doom, I should be able to clear this in like, I want to say in about 3 hours. He says. I mean, we'll get it will probably get quicker from the next part, just because I'm not going to worry too much about doing sort of talking about doing a bigger, I say bigger introduction. We are just going to throw ourselves straight into it. But oh my word, there was just something about this. Oh, it feels awful, doesn't it? It feels so slow. Not fun. That's an odd amount of secrets, 57%. I can't even think what that would what could potentially get me up to a position where I have that kind of percentage? There must be quite a lot more secrets in that level than I think there are. Alright, let's switch back over to the shotgun, even though I've got to deal with a whole bunch of pinkies. But yeah, like, if you've played Doom 64, you'll recognise a lot of these sound effects. Now, obviously, if you've played the PlayStation version, you also recognise the sound effects because it's the same kind of ones. They feel a bit crunchy. There's something about everything about this, from the screen flashes, when I pick up items, everything just feels slower. Even the sound effects feel a little bit slower, but the rate at which I attack is so much higher, which is kind of nice. It does make me wonder if the enemies in this game are a bit like the 3DO version, where they're a little bit more passive. Honestly, when I do my, I plan to do a bit of a tier list for this game, because it is for these ports. Because again, when we get to the 32X port and the 3DO port, it is fascinating. I mean, the Atari version, I still haven't beaten the Atari version just because I'm really struggling with it. Just because, you know what, on original hardware, probably runs absolutely amazing. But on my computer, regardless of how I try to run it, it's going too fast. Honestly, it is absolutely insane. Oh, you want? We'll grab the secret because we might as well. The other thing I noticed, particularly when playing the PlayStation version, is when you fire, you can awaken enemies because you emit sound, and they'll react to that sound. They'll going to trying to hunt you down, kind of thing. Something that I noticed when playing the PlayStation version, it feels like certain enemies, the way sound travels in this game is a bit weird. It feels like some of the map lines that would normally block sound don't. There's something else I've also noticed. Oh, that's bad. Oh, hang on. The line blocking death, isn't it? Or it's a blocking line death. You can't cross it. So I'll pull up the map a little bit. You see that orange line? He probably can't cross it. Just because of the way it's programmed. There's something I love about Doom and the way it's such a fascinating game with so many like interesting quirks to it. The one thing I wish we didn't have that numbered weapon HUD there, just to show me what weapons I have acquired. I wish I had just an ammo counter for all my weapons, kind of like what the PC version and the Game Boy Advance versions have. It's a weird thing. It's a weird flex for the Game Boy Advance version to be like, yeah, we have this thing that you're used to from PC Doom. That being said, I like the Game Boy Advance version of Ultimate Doom, Doom 1. Not quite Ultimate Doom, it doesn't have Die Flesh Consumed, thank God, because Die Flesh Consumed is brutal and unfair and mean. Not so much in this version, because in this version of Doom, we do go up to we do have Die Flesh Consumed levels. We have like Perfect Hatred and is it Hell Beneath, I think it is. Some really awful stages. No, they're not awful. They're good stages. They're just really hard and really unfair. You got those rockets. So we're gonna head over to the military base. I don't think I've beaten Toxin Refinery the proper way in such a long time. I can't remember the last time I did it is because I had to do it for an achievement on retro achievements. Oh god, those rockets travel so slowly. Oh, rockets are gonna suck in this game, aren't they? That's not good. I wonder if it's the case of all projectiles. Oh, that's gonna nerf the plasma rifle. Oh no. Oh no. The plasma rifle was like one of the best weapons in this game. And if the projectiles don't quite travel at the speed that they need to, oh, I'm gonna hate this, aren't I? I feel like I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. I tell you what, if the normal shotgun fires this fast, I can't wait to get my hands on the super shotgun. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be borderline overpowered, isn't it? Excuse me, I want that box of rockets. I need those. Wow. I don't really need the rockets. They're just useful to have. You get so many rockets through the first couple of, the first 8 stages of this. And the main thing you would use them for is when you get to the Barons of Hell in E1M8, or Phobos Anomaly, I think the map is called. I should probably start referring to these levels by map name as opposed to just their number designation. So I've got the yellow key cards. You know what? I've done this stage so many times and I always forget where I need to be. That's the blue one. Yeah, I'm going to look forward to doing the tier list, because when I do the tier list, my plan is I'm going to probably just play through E1M1, Hangar, and just like... So you can kind of do a bit... It won't necessarily be side by side, it'll be like one after... As I'm talking about the game and talk about why I'm rating it the way I do, you'll at least be able to compare... You'll be able to see the footage of it and kind of get an idea for how it looks and how it plays. So this all started because, again, I've been on retro achievements, using retro achievements to kind of beat games that I didn't beat when I was a kid. One of which being Doom. Doom for the Super Nintendo. I had that as a kid. Probably shouldn't have had that as a kid, but that's beside the point. I'd say we had it. I didn't necessarily own it. It was I can't even remember why we had it now, like how it came into our possession and all that, and where did we trade it in? What did we do with that copy of Doom? I really don't know. I'd love to see if we do still actually have that physical copy, because that'd be fascinating. It'd be great just to like pull out that cart one more time. Yeah, I'll spawn a bunch of pinkies up here. Blast our way through. Now I wonder... Oh god, I'm sorry. I am just amazed at how quickly this shotgun is firing. I feel so good right now. And in fact, this is gonna make playing... Oh, actually, do you know what? I am picking up some good movement, like... So I'm picking up some good run speed, so I might see if I can do some skips. Because skipping certain parts of certain levels is very nice. It's a time saving thing, an ammo saving thing for some levels, and other times it's just I really can't be bothered to play this level. So one of the ones that immediately comes to mind is there's a big skip you can do in... Oh, come on. Oh, bloomin' it. I forgot you were here. Again, I don't have a problem with there being a pain element, or in this stage it kind of makes sense for it being like the secret level of episode 1. But having it in the first stage, again, thank God there's a chain gunner who you can ooh. Okay. Ooh. Suddenly, I'm thinking about this chainsaw. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I can just run and clear this gap. Sometimes you've got to be moving at quite... There we go, I jumped it. Usually you would drop down, go through the toxic, take a whole load of damage, fight some imps, get mauled by some imps. Nah, let's just skip that stuff. Let's skip that noise. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy about that, actually. You know, I've done this so many times now. I kind of know where not every secret is, but that's a good secret. In fact, I wish I knew that when I was playing one of the versions of this where I died and I had the pistol stuck. Oh, Jesus, that was not good. Gotta watch out for explosive barrels because they will mess you up. Oh. It's so dark as well. My word, this... I thought the PlayStation version of Doom was dark. This is like extra dark. Though I'm not noticing as many lighting effects. I think the PlayStation version has like some fun like coloured lighting effects. Now I've got to be really careful of how I use the rocket here. I killed myself with this rocket launcher numerous times. Let's just try something very quickly. I need to find a pinky. I find a pinky and I'm just going to use the chainsaw on them. Because I reckon with the increased like fire rate of like pretty much every weapon in this game, it's going to like totally it's just going to rip and tear, isn't it? Excellent. Anyway, the chainsaw has a bit of a reputation of being kind of good but also kind of trash in places. It has its use, but if it has an increased, if it hits more frequently and has a high, because it hits so frequently, you have that opportunity to effectively stun lock enemies. I know the Doom 64 chainsaw is very good at stun locking, to the point where it's criminally good at stun locking. Grab that radiation suit. Oh, I cleared the gap accidentally. Oh, I didn't want to go this way, did I? But, do you know what? Let's flip the switch. Now, usually this actual lift is a single-use lift in the PC version and the Super Nintendo version. All other versions turn it into a lift that you can sort of use multiple times. At least I think you can use it multiple times. I can't quite, I'm pretty sure you can. But we are quite well rocketed up, it would seem. We've got plenty of rockets to keep us going. My god, they got me from all the way over here. That's quite far for them to actually, like, one, attempt to attack me. And two, the odds of them hitting, I mean, it was only probably like a single pellet hit me from the shotgun. I can hear things getting out. I can hear things waking up. See, usually these enemies probably wouldn't be coming towards me. So as I said, that there's something going on with the way sound travels in this version. Oh my word, this is... That was pretty brutal, I'm not gonna lie. Usually... Oh, you're still there. You were still there to ambush me, that's fine. Honestly, a lot of these ports really do require a much more thorough side-by-side comparison than what I'm doing. Because it is fascinating. To the point where I would argue that the Super Nintendo version of Doom is one of the more sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Is it not accurate? Not quite accurate, but certain levels are more true to the PC version. Like Phobos Lab, at least, though I can't remember actually. No, wait. No, we don't do Phobos. We do Phobos Lab? No, I think we do Phobos Lab. We don't do the following stage. So that's also quite interesting because I'm kind of used to that door's opening because some enemy is bumping against that door, opening it. It's the imp. Oh, that poor Pinky. He's really struggling. Again, as I said, there's something about the way the sound blocking lines should be working, but they're apparently not. Sound is not being blocked at all in this game. It feels like I fire one bullet and every enemy in the map is getting alerted. Not quite. We're still getting ones that do have that sort of what would be referred to as an ambush flag. So they'll only start moving once I'm in their vision range. Or I say vision range, once they have a line of sight of me. And the other reason why I haven't actually beaten the Atari version yet is because there's a list of achievements to beat that beat levels, pistol starting, and I'm like, that's rough. It is so rough, particularly with, whoa, Jesus. Usually you guys don't, well, no, I did provoke you guys, so I'm not surprised you came out all this way to meet me. It's just so dark. I can barely see what's going on half the time. Oh, come on. There should be 2 pinkies here. And a couple of these down here. You have no idea how many times I have, like... Yeah, and usually those guys don't come down. Oh, it looks like you've been blocked. You've been blocked, son. Nice. Oh, Jesus. Absolutely brutal. Are they fighting down here? I'm hearing some things take damage, which is not good. Why would they be infighting? Some of these enemies have no reason to infight. Oh well, doesn't matter. 37 rockets. That's pretty good. We should be able to get to the end of this level. This one shouldn't take much longer. Let that switch. Watch myself, because... But because it seems that in this game, enemies seem to be on the hunt significantly more. I'm going to just need to be a bit more aggressive. Sometimes you can leave some enemies and just flee. Sometimes that's not a bad thing to do if, you know, unless if you're just going for a clearing of a level, by all means, you know, save resources, you don't have to kill everything. But just because of how, like, aggressive these things seem to wander. There's a lot of aggressive wandering going on, and I'm wondering if... Nice, double kill. And I'm wondering if it would be better to just, like, where possible, just kill as many things as possible. Yeah, okay, good. go. Let's just carve our way through all that. This is good. This is going well. Excellent. So again, yeah, part of the reason why I'm playing this version as opposed to playing a good version, ouch, shots fired, but is just because, you know, at least for the PlayStation version, I'm getting achievements to say I have beaten the game. So this is going to be interesting because I know that the PlayStation version of this room has a red strobing light. So yeah, it would seem that Sega Saturn Doom seems to have foregone a lot of the like more interesting lighting effects that you would also see in Doom 64. These two versions of Doom are very reminiscent of what Doom 64 kind of is, in terms of like, there's something about the atmosphere of, particularly like where we are right now, with it being so dark, the music so foreboding. Right, and yeah, we're doing. I don't know. I think we've made about the right amount of progress, but that is that stage. Now we're going to move to central processing is the level I hate. I hate central processing so much. But we're not going to do it this time. We will be doing it next time. So I need to figure out how I need to do my save states. Anyway, with that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. There'll be links in the socials in the description below for the whole of January. Well, I say for the whole of January. For until I get through this, we're going to be playing through this version of Doom until I beat it, which hopefully shouldn't take me too long. Once we hit the Doom 2 portion, it might get a little bit harder, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, over that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Links to my socials in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for joining me on this episode of Doom for the Sega Saturn. So yeah, this is a fascinatingly different port to what I played on the PlayStation. Again, we'll do some side-by-side comparison. I say side-by-side. We'll do some comparisons of the different Doom ports later this month. That is coming up. And trust me, when you see the differences, it gets really weird and really interesting. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you when I next do. And if you haven't subscribed, click on me right there.